Okay, guys, so I added another example of what we were trying to do in class today because I thought it was a little glitchy sometimes when I was talking to kids, and maybe you needed to hear this one more time. So it's for whoever needs it. So it's adding fractions with pattern blocks. So the equation I added was 2 1/3 plus 3 1/2. Okay, so I just added it at the bottom of the slides that we were working on. So the first thing I did was I went to the pattern shapes, and you had access to those as well. So I have 2 1/3 plus 3 1/2. I went ahead and just typed it in here real quick, right? And trying to get this out of my way so I can see you guys. Okay, and so let's just start by dragging things across. So we know in the first equation, we've got two holes, right? And then second part, we have 1/3. So let's talk about what we're going to use to represent 1/3. Remember, the denominator tells us how many pieces it takes to make the whole, right? So 3/3 would be one whole. So I'm looking for a piece that, if I had three of them duplicated again and again, three times, I would fill up the entire whole, which, remember, in our directions, it told us the hexagon is the whole. So it looks like it's going to be the blue rhombus, doesn't it? So in this particular problem, and using the hexagon as one whole, three of the blue rhombuses represent thirds, right? So in this particular problem, I only need 1/3. So I'm going to get rid of the other two, right? I'm just going to bring them down to the trash can because I don't need them in this problem. Okay, I only need two holes and 1/3, which is represented by this blue rhombus. Now for the next piece, I need three holes, right? One, and then I think I can just use this. Two, whoops, no, that makes it bigger, smaller. One, two, three. So there's my three holes, right? One, two, three. And then I need one more because I'm going to put the half on top of it. So again, the denominator tells me 2 out of 2 represents one hole, right? So I think if I use the red trapezoid, yep, that represents half because two of those would cover the entire hexagon. So now if I'm adding all this together, I can tell already I'm going to have more than 5, right? So my final answer is going to be greater than 5. But somehow I need to add the 1/3 and the 1/2. And remember, we cannot do this, which some people try to do, right? We cannot do 1/3 plus 1/2 equals 2/5. Okay. Remember, the denominator defines the size of the pieces. So this is incorrect. We cannot do that. We have to rename both fractions in this case. So I'm going to get rid of my writing tools for a minute. I guess I'm going to bring this one over, and I'm going to try to add these two together. Okay. So now I'm done with this other whole because I've combined the 1/2 and the 1/3 onto the same whole. Okay, they're still here. I'm just added 1/3 and 1/2 together on top of one of the hexagons. So I'm going to have to rename them, and I have to rename both. And so what would be a common denominator? Maybe using these little guys. Maybe these sixth pieces I could use to rename both of my fractions. So how many sixths does it take to represent 1/2? Well, it looks like I almost have it. 1/2 is equivalent to how many sixths? If you said 3/6, you are absolutely right. We took 3 of the 6 and we put them on top of the half piece. And so we could rewrite, and I'll do this in a different color. Ooh, not yellow though. Let's try that. Okay. So we just said, we just said 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6, right? And we proved that right there. But now we're going to have to do something with 1/3, right? And we need to change it to the same denominator. So why don't we try the green triangles again? Why not grab those and see how many triangles we could fit on top of this? And voila, how many triangles do you see will fit on top of my blue rhombus? It looks like 2, right? Yeah. So let's look at what we wrote. 1/3 is equivalent to 2/6. So now, can I add all this together? Yeah, remember, I had these 5 from the beginning, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, plus the 3/6 and the 2/6 mean my final answer is 5 and 5/6. Now all I have to do is screenshot it and take it over. So remember on the Chromebook, it's Control Shift and then the little what I call the old-fashioned movie camera or picture frames or something. It's right above the number 6 or number 7 on your keyboard. So you're going to grab it. Once you hit that, your screen changes colors, right? It kind of goes black like mine just did. And then we're going to drag what we want to save across. We're going to copy it to our clipboard. And then we're going to go over to our document and we're going to insert it, right? So when we go to our slides, we're going to go to Insert, Image, Upload from the computer, and then you guys are going to be able to find it right there. Mine is in a little bit of a different place, but there it is. And then I can resize it if I think it's too big or whatever. So I hope that helped you kind of understand the whole gist of this lesson and what we were trying to do by renaming fractions and finding common denominators. Okay, I hope that helped. Bye, guys. Work hard. Proud of y'all.